The Joe Rogan Experience.
to where he was going in Collateral and Ray. It'd be nice to see that stuff again.
It's got to be hard to find those roles, right? And when you find those roles, there's probably like 6 or 7 A-list dudes that they have like on a board somewhere, and they're trying to figure out who's the guy for this.
Yeah, but I believe
who's going to sell the most.
I believe you got to create your own stuff, man. Put it this way: nobody was going to write that Black Dynamite.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I had to, my thing is largely creating my own lane.
That was a fun movie, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man.
Really fun.
Thanks, man. So, yeah, man. So, I luckily, like, I enjoyed writing. I was always looked at everything from. I was always fascinated about this industry, and I sold a lot of things as a writer, separate from the acting thing, and so just putting it all together is something that's like I really enjoy doing.
How do you dedicate your time when you're writing? Do you just like have an idea and say, okay, for the next X weeks, I'm going to sit down and dedicate myself to this?
Dude, it's all different. A lot of times I will see the entire movie. Like when I did Black Dynamite, dude, I was in China, going to set, and I was in Shanghai, and I was listening to James Brown's Superbad, and I just started thinking about, I'm laughing. I'm in the back of this car and there's a driver wondering what the hell is going on with me. I'm seeing the whole goddamn movie, including a nunchuck fight scene with Richard Nixon, and I'm laughing, and I started jotting stuff down because it occurred to me, man. Like I remember one day I was thinking like, wow, man, like growing up we had Shaft and we had Superfly and the Mac and all that posters like that we idolized, and I'm going, those were pimps. There was something wrong with my childhood. Why am I? I'm like, what, the Mac? Like that's a hero, and so it made me really think about it. And I'm like, I'm looking at these movies, and like Jim Brown and Fred Williamson are like killing like 60 people, and it's okay.
Right.
Everybody's like this. They have a club, and they got all these women and all this. And I'm like, this is actually hilarious. If I do a movie that depicted it exactly like it is, thinking about this, one of the biggest movies of that time was Three the Hard Way. I don't know if you remember that movie. Jim Brown, Fred Williamson, and Jim Kelly.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Jim Kelly.
Three the Hard Way. What was it about? It had the 3 predominant Blaxploitation stars, right? And the movie was about an evil Dr. Feather who had these liters of liquid that he was going to put in the water systems of L.A., Chicago, and New York that were going to kill all the black people. It's not a comedy.
That's the movie?
It's not a comedy. It was going to give sickle cell anemia to all the black people. Now, the conspiratorial thing. I've been a black man for a long time, and it is really funny because in the community, conspiracy is a big thing, right? So it like that whole conspiratorial thing. Oh, they trying to get you. That kind of a thing. It really, its engine was that paranoia that this liter of liquid was going to kill black people.
Well, there was so much evidence that those conspiracies were real, like the Tuskegee.
But of course, that's something that's like it's on its feet though. But
right.
Come on, a liter, something this big in the water systems that was going to kill all the black people, and that's not a comedy. That was a serious movie. But when you look at it, that's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious to think that you can do a movie about that. So to do a movie, I thought that really, really talked about that time period where it was kind of this overcorrection because, you had in the 60s, there were like, butlers and maids and all that kind of stuff. But now you had these super overcorrected badasses that could just do anything, right? And I thought it was hilarious to look at it and treat it as if it were like back in that day, like a lost movie. Actually, Tarantino was somebody I was talking to about that whole thing. when I was putting Black Dynamite together. And he had certain ideas, but I kind of went my own direction with it. But yeah, man. So yeah, things like that. Like I've gotten to a place where I'm putting these things together that really interest me, and I'm finding that there's an audience that likes it as well. But yeah, man. So it just occurred to me that it was bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
So for that movie just came to you.
Yeah.
But
it came to me just like the whole movie came to me in a ride to set.